Hello and welcome back to the channel. Nothing's plugged in, so we gotta stop. Alright, so this should be the last part of the tutorial before I send you all off on your own. And not necessarily, it'll just be doing multiple different things, separating out the parts, because technically we should have things ended here. Kind of. Maybe not. So, let us begin. First thing we're going to do is get this into the high poly state. Now, luckily for us, this is something that will never be turned... Well, it can be turned off, but never fully applied like we do booleans. So what we're going to do, we're going to subdivide. Alright. So, the car got softer, and some of our square edges have become circles. Alright, so this is worrisome at first. Well, at least to someone who's new to this. However, I'm certainly not new to this, so here's what we're going to do. We're going to go up to Edit, Preferences, click on the left. There's a button for this. I know there is because I've done it before, but I can't seem to find it. And for anyone more experienced in Blender, please let me know. But then when we click on left, we're going to right-click on our model, Shade Smooth, and then click back to right. Now, what the heck is this? I know what this is because I've come across it before. So what we're going to do, Tab, use A to select everything, go to Mesh, Normals, Recalculate Outside. There we go. So that's all fixed. Alright. So, let's get these figured out. Remember the creasing tool that we used earlier? Well, we're going to use that a lot here. The old way that I would do it, and it was probably in my old tutorial, is I would just pretty much load up on vertices and data points to try and make these edges harder. However, there's literally a type-in for that. Oh, and also something we're going to do, we're going to turn off the subdivision while in edit mode. Just because while recording, this makes the computer run much slower. So we're going to harden up the edges around that so then our bump is a bit more defined, as well as throw in some .99s in the corners here, so then we get them sharp. Then if we tab out, alright, they're back to being noticeable. Okay, now you see this pinch that we got going on right here? Let's fix that. Because if we go and tab, we can see that there are too many data points right here. So, click on these, double G over. We'll do the same over here. Whoa, not F, G. And then look at that, nice and smooth. Alright, so let's repeat this process from the sides. Now I do notice that there is something I missed here, and we'll do that. First, let's hit these. Leave that round. Then we'll do the complete perimeter of the windows. As well as the complete outside perimeter. Alright, tab out. That looks good. However, these windows need more definition. So we're just going to come through and pretty much harden up every single edge. Well, not every edge, but... Oh, shoot. Can't do that in one fell swoop because it's kind of just all one big rectangle in there. See, that's the kind of definition we want. Now we can do full perimeter. See, the reason why I didn't select all of this is because if I did, I would collect these edges here because there's no data points in the center here to deflect from that like there is here. Now, you could do that, however, I don't want these edges to be hardened. I prefer them to be nice and smooth, so then this rounds smoothly. Now, something we are going to do, because I can see it, is that these are kind of too bunched together, so we're going to double G them down. Do the same with this one, we'll go up, and then let's bring this one down a bit. We'll leave the other one where it is. Very nice, very smooth. Now we do have some clumping issues up here. Ooh, let's select here. You don't want to deflect from our door there. Very nice. I do have a hard edge here, but maybe it's no, that smoothed out pretty good. Alright, select this. And we could just select both of these at the same time. Now, what if it's a case that I don't want to harden up an edge? Like right here. This is supposed to be round, so we're going to leave that round. However, this one needs hardened. So even though that it's square up here, it'll round out just fine. Nice. Now down to here. I'm certainly going out of order. I'm kind of just hopping around wherever I feel like it. So if you wish to be in a more orderly fashion than what I'm doing, go right for it. You at least, as long as you have the idea that we're pretty much just, whoa. Yeah, pay attention when you're going to make some big jumps, that your data points don't decide to go haywire. Actually, let's try this. Click, back up, come down, yes. We don't need that corner hardened. We do want this one, up. Yeah, the edges are allowed to kind of come back on themselves when it comes to creasing them. So then we hit that with little steps. Whoa. We want this edge hardened. Not all the way. I still would like it some round, so we'll throw a 0.8. That's better. This will look really good if we had it up to 2. However, because I'm also running a video editor, we're going to keep this on 1. So it'll look a little less nice. But if you got something a little stronger than I do, then, oh, nuts. Nuts. Oh, looks like I got no choice. But yeah, I mean, the higher this is, the better. However, do pay attention to your vertice count. Okay, you see this? This is why we need to triangulate faces. So let's do that right now. Select the outside edge of everything that's touched. Select, Nope. Mesh. No, faces. Triangulate faces. Alright, how to deal with this one. Alright, this is the one instance where I am perfectly okay using a 1 for the creases, because dealing with this is going to be painful. So if I tab out, we see that we got these pinches here, as well as all the edges kind of coming up to it. Not really much we can do about that, so if we drop a 1, we still have the same issue. What if we go up to 2? The issue drops a little when we go to 2. Alright. Whoa. You definitely watch when you're doing circles there, because it could come over. Then we'll do the top edge. Very nice. Do the inside. Now, sometimes you get lucky with that method, sometimes it does mess up, and we'll want to select the whole thing. And if it does that, there's no real way around it, just do the longer method. Sharpen that up. Sharpen this up too. Only a taught 9, there is a little rounding that goes to it. Speaking of rounding, guess we ought to harden up the part that sinks in. Let's expand that out a bit, because I kind of want to sink this back. Yeah, something like that. Nice. I do wish to harden this up. As well as these bumper lines, it's always good to do these, just so then they're a little more noticeable. Very nice, trunk. Alright, what about an instance like this, where this is heavily rounding, but this is fine. So we only got one data point here, and many here. Well, this will be an instance where it's okay to harden up the entirety. And we'll just drop .99. And there we go. Let's fix that up. Alright. How about this line right here? Our hard roof line all the way back from the very first episode. I mean, the second episode. So we'll drop that in. We'll have our hard roof line made. Very nice. From that, we will select some more body lines. Now in this situation that I'm doing, this will be something to where you kind of want to be looking at a picture of your car, because you don't want to just be throwing random creases in on everything. You'll want to know what your car actually looks like, see where there's some hard edges that could be more defined. as well as hard edges. We got this edge right here. Now let's make it end right here, because I'd like this to be round, but then we'll keep this nice and pointy. Come to here. Make this door drop that we had, as well as the door itself. Here we go, nice and noticeable. Do the perimeter of the scoop. Now I'm not making a crease to the front because it's supposed to be flush, so that's okay if that's kind of smoothened out on its own. Alright, so let's add some .8s. Show that there's at least a little bit of point going on here. And then, just because it's kind of hard, softening up too much right there. .9s. Very nice. Go up to a 0.2. Yikes. Look at that. Okay, sometimes you just can't escape that. So, probably can actually. Hold on. Hey, that actually looks good. Very nice. Alright, how about the side skirt itself? Come up, select the top of the bottom of the door. Alright, to the front. Okay, that was already triangulated. Well, see our instance where now this triangle is now a 4. So if we were to throw anything in there, it's going to then infect this, which will probably then go into the center here, and that'll be fine. I have a feeling, hopefully this doesn't turn into another one of those 45-minute parts like I did the other day. My God. Hope I hear honking, but I don't recognize that person. The rain is picking up. A very rainy weekend here in PA. Oh yeah, now that we did high poly, now we can see that this is smoother. What the heck? Oh. Nice. Alright, so let's look at a picture of the car, shall we? See how hard that grill line is. Whoops. Whoops. Alright, so it does round. However, not as much as we got it. So let's select this. .8. We want some round, but not too harsh around. I'd say that's probably too harsh, so let's go with a 0.5. Oh, we are on 2 already. That'll work. Do our perimeters. Nope, 1. One. .99. Very nice. Oh, of course. How could I forget about you? May as well make this entire face. Whoa. That's better. I would like to sync this though. Make it look like it's a separate piece. .99. Yeah, here I am breaking my own rule. Make sure that you're all set before high poly. Breaks the rule. Yeah, some teacher, huh? Ah! Nice. Now we got that hood cowl. Very nice. No, we should be able to do this. Yep. Whoa. Very nice. Alright, that thing with this that I mentioned. Pull this out. Give it that muscle car chrome lip around the side windows too. I don't need to harden that because we already have the base of them hardened. So we'll keep that from overflowing it. Oh, I guess I ought to do the front too. Ought to harden up the bumper a little. Ooh, we got the front end to still do. Alright, anything and everything that's affected. Faces, triangulate. Swell. Alright. This is looking really good. Alright. Now, I normally do this with other cars. I mean, this one will kind of show if we do this. But I like making the edge of the wheel well. Hardened as well, just so that it at least shows it that that is a key point. Come on, Rusty, why you gotta yell right outside my door? There's a cat yelling at me. Alright, this is looking good. Alright, we'll have one more step here, and then you are set to do with whatever you want after this. Alright, we're on the real home run of what we need to do before we start making this into something that can be 3D printed. And that is, we are going to add our textures that we had set up in the very first episode. Now, why do this? Well, simply because once why not only color this once instead of, 4 possibly different times, or however many you could possibly convert this into. Let's see, I got Hot Wheels, Zip Zaps, X-Mods, Mini-Zs. Yeah, so why not do all the coloring now? As well as there's some other things we need to do before this is 3D printable. The very first thing we're going to do is add some flat faces. Flat edges. Alright, so we need to figure out that. Okay, so the whole point of this is because that when this is solidified, this is going to be kind of gross. So let's make it perfectly flat. Now, when I say perfectly flat, I mean just going downward in the Z direction. It does not need to be flat if you are doing resin, because resin can kind of support easier. Now, if it's FDM, it's best to do flat, so something like this. Now that might be more for something when you are ready to 3D print this. However, because when the supports come to contact, it is best to have a large flat area to connect to supports or even to the bed than just a dinky little that. Because that would be your only point touching the bed, and then it would try and build off of that. And you know, if you're in 3D printing, you should know that that never looks good. However, because this is resin on my end, this is fine for now. Same goes for the bumper here. This one's a little easier to work with the flat, just because we kind of made it flat. So we can do that. Then we'll crease, stop. Crease that. Oops. So at least that's nice and flat, because this is the part that needs to be pretty. This does too, but not so much behind it. Same goes with this. We already made this flat early on. However, we still need our turn down. Now, don't be afraid to make it a little longer, as at least with resin printing, because it never touches the bed, we have our area that could be sanded or dremeled down, so then it looks a little better. Same goes to the back. Alright, now let's make it pretty. File, save. Z down to material preview. Hey, look at that, it's red. Like how we first started this thing. Okay. We're gonna leave it red for now. Primarily just body color. We can change that later. However, we're going to use the materials that we made previously. So if you have not made materials yet, I guess you could stop right here. However, we're going to use what we got. So let's go with our windows first. Actually, no, we're going to go Chrome first. So what we do here is we're going to do the Chrome loop around the window. However, we're going to try and do this a little fast. So select loops. We're going to be using that a lot, so get ready. However, I can then loop around here. Select my loop. Go right to Windows. Very nice. Same here. Make sure you're spacing it out just enough to not have any data points jump. Very nice. Whoa, wrong click. Nope, all the way to the top. Select loops. Bing. Chrome. Now, one nice thing about why we're leaving this red, the car itself red, is because once the data points are assigned a certain texture, we're allowed to change the texture to will, and it will stay assigned. So I could make the windows red, and all the things marked windows will turn red. So yay. Let's move on down here. Make our side skirt chrome. Actually, there isn't necessarily a side skirt on this, is there? Or is it one of those things where it was like an option? Yeah, one of those things where it was an option. So, we're going to do that. We already made it, so may as well run with it. Alright, our little grill that we made. Plastic. Just so that it's not shiny. Now, let's see here. Go to the front. So we have our lip around. So I guess we need to create edge. Oh my god, why? Definitely did not like going through that. Alright, that chrome comes into the bumper. It's more of a brushed aluminum on the inside, but we'll run with this. Select our perimeters. Very nice. Hey. Hey. Perimeters, loops, plastic. Select this perimeter. Loop. Headlight. Perimeter. sure there's a button that goes to this that would make this a lot nicer. Now let's take a look, because I can... no, those rings are plastic colored. Alright. Now, however, our little crease that we got going on in here... Oh no, what is she doing down there? .99. Select plastic. Nice, we got our little loop. What? How is this not a loop? Oh, hold on. There we go. Oh, UPS. Headlight chrome. Whoa. Select that. Plastic. Very nice. Yeah. Hopefully it doesn't freak out because I already had a perimeter. Oh, it's gonna freak out. Alright, well then we just select what's left. Nice. You know what? This is kind of plastic too. Yeah. This is plastic. You can stop doing that. It's already preset. Now we just need to do the back. Oh, hold on. I need a view that's not going to be difficult to work with. Like that. Loop. Loop. And then finally, ooh, that's right, our door handle. Oh yeah, that needs some attention. There isn't really much in a way of that we can turn this down to 1, add creases to it because it's just such a simple object. There we go. Now you can see the door handle just because it's a different color. But yeah, very cool. Sweet. File save. What if we throw different colors at it? Yeah, because I could come up to car color and pretty much throw on whatever color I'd like. Come on, lag. You know, it'd be cool. Brown. Heck yeah. And then while we're at it, throw a stripe on it. Completely getting rid of everything that we just did on the hood scoop. And this heavily needs some there we go. Except our hood scoop didn't turn. Very nice. Alright, that is where we're going to end it. We have a model. And yeah, this thing is, well, it's not ready to 3D print. However, I highly doubt you're going to 3D print it just as is because I'm sure you would like it to fit something. So we are going to do that in the next step. And the next part, which is just going to be solely based on what it's going to be fitted to. However, if you wish to have something else that this fitted to that I don't have a tutorial for, pretty much what you gotta do is come into the wrench again, modifiers, and come to solidify. Now this is usually where bringing in video game models tends to fall apart. Because once you start solidifying it, stuff wants to then kind of fold in on itself. See, if we go to 1, we start getting some folding issues. However, because this isn't made the biggest, as well as this being going to be resin, this is more than enough thickness, so we can even bring it down. And it's kind of difficult to see where that all will come from. So what if... Whoa, come on. Start selecting stuff. See, now our door handle's solidified. So then it's a physical object. So we are going to encounter some folding. However, it's not going to be the worst. And also, we could probably solve a little bit of this folding issue by taking... Stop. If we take this, bring it down a little. However, I guess we should note that the folding is black. So that means that it's actually from this. So if I grab that and bring it in a hair, yeah, we lose our folding. Yep. Yeah, we got some folding going on down here. Jeez, what the heck? There we go. Whoa, what the heck is this folding from? Probably assume that it is the entirety of that. Yep. Yeah, so pretty much when you solidify and you see folding, best you could do is just go in and take a look at what the heck is going on and solve it for yourself. As we got going on right here, we are self-figuring out our folding issue. Now we still got some folding because we got all this. Alright, that's the folding issue figured out. Oh, we got some folding here, but that's because of our rear bumper. We'll bring this back a little. Bring it up a hair too. Alright, that solved that. We don't want to lose too much of this. We still need it. Now I did see folding somewhere around here. It's chrome colored, so I'm not quite sure what's causing that folding though. Gotta be one of those. Alright, best end the part here. This is going too long. I'll see you guys in the next one. Goodbye.